we got Travis, guest picker of the week right
Bobby's in
here.
the house.
What's
Cornhusker,
happening?
Cornhusker Nation, stand up.
Oh man, you had to bring that up, huh?
It's their bye week. That means they won't lose this week, Travi.
Yeah, that no, I heard we're playing somebody named By and they're favored by 3.5 on us this week. So I don't know if we'll
All right.
cover that against By. I don't know who they are. BYE University.
Hey,
But hey,
they do.
we're gonna try something never seen before in college football, and we're gonna put a traffic cone in at left tackle, and we'll see how that works out.
There you go.
Actually, it probably will work. They get you
Yeah,
to that 6-win mark.
yeah. We're gonna put the work in this week.
All right.
How you guys doing? How y'all doing? I see that you don't have black eyes, and you didn't throw yourself off a bridge, or y'all haven't hurled yourself in traffic or anything.
We survived a little bit. It was crazy though.
I heard
fun,
Big Boy
man.
yelling from here, man. I heard Big Boy on TV. I was like, oh, that's got to be Big Boy yelling right there, man. Stomping some shit. Something.
It was crazy, man. You know, the one side, somebody's always yelling, whichever side. It was fun, man. I'd never been, so.
Oh man, I bet that was a treat, huh?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Oh man, righteous.
Yeah, I mean, especially like that seat location too. I mean, we were set up right on the 45, 8 rows up. Like, I mean, there's nothing, there's nowhere better in that place to be, honestly.
Crazy,
yeah, you're on the front lines right there, man.
Yep.
Front
All right.
line.
We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on to these picks. We're gonna start with college. Then we're gonna go to NFL.
Okay.
Our college record 12-3 from our guest picker. So you got some big shoes to try to beat there. Yep. And then NFL record's pretty good too. We got 11-4. So we got some big ones. But the incentive, whoever has the highest record, once the season comes to an end, is going to be able to come on to a full podcast with us for the whole hour, 20, hour, 30 minutes. So that's your incentive to knock these out of the park here. All right.
All right, then.
So they're going to come up on the screen for you. And you can just start off with that Stanford, Colorado, and just work your way down.
Okay, so Stanford, Colorado, and that's an easy pick, man. Stanford is, man, they're actually probably worse than Nebraska, so Colorado all the way there. Next one, Ohio State, Purdue. Same kind of thing, man. Hudson Card is he's struggling too, man. But the bad thing is that we take him at Nebraska. Ohio State all day. Ohio State. I'm gonna go with Alabama versus Arkansas.
All right.
What's the next one that you guys have on there?
We got Oregon +3 versus Washington.
Where's that game at?
It's at Washington. It's a 2:30 kick Central Time. So it's about noon kick there. It's where College Game Day is. Number 7 Washington. Number 8 Oregon.
I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna push it, man. But I think Oregon's got what it takes, man. I don't think Washington's really faced anybody, that's really challenged them yet. And Ohio or Oregon is the speed on that team, man, is pretty ridiculous. So I'm going Oregon.
All right. And
this is the next.
Yep, A&M.
Man, is that at Tennessee?
Yep, it's at Tennessee.
I think I got to take Tennessee, man. The Aggies look good, but they're going with the second string quarterback on that, man. I got to go Tennessee. Those guys looking good too.
All right, then you got Kansas -3, only -3 at Oklahoma State.
See that they're again, and then is is Kansas quarterback playing, or did he
No,
pull a toenail or something?
Yeah, they're still on that backup.
Yeah, Okie State, man. Okie State. The other kid's good, but he what's that kid's name? Daniels?
Yeah.
Jalen Daniels, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's boss, man. If I really wanted to see him play against Texas, I think if Texas would have faced him the week before, they might have been a little bit more prepared for homeboy at
Gabriel.
Oklahoma. Yeah, because that guy just took off scrambling and killed y'all's third and longs. So yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm
OK
going with
State.
Okie State. Yep.
All right. You got Florida +2 versus South Carolina.
Yeah, Florida too, man. They got the same disease Nebraska has. So I'm going with South Carolina, man. What's the South Carolina quarterback's name? Riddle or
Spencer Rattler.
Rattler? Yeah, yeah, man. He's starting to come into his own over there. So I'm taking South Carolina.
All right. Got number 14 Louisville -7.5 versus Pitt.
Yeah, Louisville's got the juice, man. I'm going with Louisville. I think they could be in a New Year's Day bowl.
For sure.
Yeah,
Especially if they can come away with that ACC.
yeah, dude. I think they're in the New Year's Six bowl, man.
All right. Then you got Arizona +8 against Washington State.
Arizona played good against USC, man. Those guys showed up to play some foosball. But I think Washington State. I think those guys know how to play some ball too. So I'm gonna go with Washington State.
All right. Moving on to the next one. We got Auburn +11 at LSU.
Yeah, those guys too, man. I think LSU is gone through some stumbles and everything else, but I think they're ready to go, man. I think LSU is coming on fierce, and they're going to ruin somebody's season this year. I'm going LSU.
All right. Then we got probably the biggest game of the weekend. You probably say we got, besides Oregon, Washington, you got number 10 USC +3 against number 21 Notre Dame.
This is a weird line here.
Coming off that heartbreak loss.
Like Notre Dame, man, like those guys have been playing so good, but Notre Dame's defense, the way Ohio State came back on those guys, I don't know. USC's got the best offense in the country, but that's all they got. But a lot of people say the best defense is a good offense, and USC can back that up. But USC's D is garbage, man. Like
bad. That's why they're ranked number 10.
Ranked number 10,
Dame,
giving 3 at 21 against the 21 team. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, but to be fair, Notre Dame was almost number 10 last week, so they lost.
Is it at USC?
At Notre Dame.
It's at Notre Dame. That'll be the second game day at Notre Dame, huh?
Well, game day is at Washington, but
okay.
They could have easily been there.
Man, I'm going with USC.
All right.
I'm going with USC, man. Caleb Williams, that dude's legit. And those receivers, man, don't they have Jerry Rice's kid on there too?
Yep.
They just got some speed racers on that team, man. I'm gonna go with those guys.
All right. We got another big ACC matchup. We got Miami +3.5 against old Mac Brown in North Carolina.
Well, Miami definitely proved that they look like Nebraska because we shit the bed against Michigan a couple years ago. All we had to do was hang on to the ball. You didn't even have to run a play. Just down the ball. Game over. We had to get fancy.
So bad.
We had to get fancy with some shit, and then see if we can do a razzle dazzle, and fucking ball goes everywhere, and who knows, man. So yeah, Miami is still licking their wounds, and North Carolina, old Mac Brown got them playing good. So I'm gonna go with those boys from North Carolina.
All right. Then we got Missouri +2.5 versus number 24 Kentucky.
Man, that's a coin toss too, man. But I kind of like Kentucky. Kentucky is they got some skilled players. They got a couple of NFLers in there.
For sure.
On the bounce back after getting their ass beat by Georgia.
on the
That's
bounce
it.
back. But you know what? But they came out, they came out looking okay for a little bit. So it's Georgia.
All right, then we got UCLA plus 3.5 versus Oregon State. Another big Pac-12 matchup.
Man, they are all coin flips on this one, man.
Yeah.
Ungale, and all them. But like Oregon State, I feel like they keep struggling every time that they run into somebody that's decent. And UCLA, I think, is no pun intended, but they're brewing up something special. So I'm going with UCLA.
All right. Oregon State or UCLA?
I'm going with UCLA.
All right. Then we're gonna get last one, NC State plus only 3.5 versus Duke.
So I was looking for it. It is the Duke quarterback. He's done, right?
Yep.
He got blasted out at Notre Dame.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta go with NC State on that one, man. I mean, Duke's got some ballers. They got a good running back, and the defense is pretty stout. But I don't know. NC State looks like they might be able to handle those guys.
No doubt.
NC State, Wolfpack.
All right. That's the college.
Wait. Breaking news. This is just in. We're not only going to go with a traffic cone on the left tackle, also right tackle. Watch out for Nebraska against bye and the points.
Take them. It's a lock.
Locked
right.
in? Okay. Call that into Vegas.
Yeah.
All right. Rolling right over to the NFL Sunday. We
Okay.
got our early morning kick. International game. We got Ravens -4 versus Tennessee.
Oh man, the Ravens they lost last week, huh?
Yep.
I kind of like the Ravens, man. I think Ravens are going to get it together.
All right. Then you got the Commanders +2.5 versus the Falcons.
I got to go with y'all's boy Bijan, man. That catch last week he looked like Optimus Prime running through there, dude. God damn.
Yep.
That catch with the back behind him and the whoop and the juke while he still didn't even have the ball yet,
Yeah, he's dirty.
If he stays healthy, man, he's about to be the best running back since Barry Sanders, if you ask me.
There you go.
The hot take right there.
Yeah, that is the hot take.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons on that one.
All right. You got Seattle +2.5 against the Bengals. Maybe they got things going now.
Seattle versus Bengals. Yeah, you know what? And is what's his nuts on the Bengals playing? The quarterback?
Burrow?
He's back. He's feeling better. He's looking
better. Feeling better? Kind of like the Bengals, man. Jamar Chase came out in style last week.
Yeah, he did.
I'm going with the Bengals.
All right. We got the Colts with Gardner Minshew +4 against Jacksonville.
You know, that's a tough one. That's a coin flip too, man. I don't know, man. The Jags don't look so good. But I feel like that QB is due eventually. I'm gonna go out on a limb, man. I'm gonna say the Jags.
All right. I like it. All right, then we got a big line here. We got Panthers +13.5 versus the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins all day. Those guys are looking great, man. Dolphins all day. Panthers are just, I don't even know what's going on there. They're about to get the first pick next year.
Them are the Bears. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Bears, we got Vikings -2.5 versus the Bears.
Battle of the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this for my boy Adam Wisty, and I'm gonna go Vikings.
All right.
Goal.
Perfect. And we got 49ers -7 versus the Browns.
Dang, dude. 49ers just taught Dallas a lesson the other night, man. Like, Dallas Nation has been crushed.
Be careful. That's big boys second.
We have.
I know.
Break them up.
I know, dude. I know, man. But maybe Dallas can shit the bed enough, and then they'll end up getting Shedeur Sanders, and along with Shedeur Sanders might come his daddy, and you got Deion Sanders as the coach at the Cowboys.
Who knows, man?
Who knows? Anything could happen. He says no, but if the money talks, bro, Deion will dance. So
Especially for Jerry. With Jerry, he'll go.
yeah, but 49ers, man, that's a legit team. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
All right. We got the Saints -1.5 versus the Texans.
Boy, the Texans they're playing good, man. But they're taking their lumps right now, but they're not just getting destroyed, like the Panthers are, or some of these other guys, like the Bears and Vikings, but they're coming together, but they're just missing maybe one or two key pieces to that team. But the Saints, man, they got enough. They got some leadership over there, man. I think Saints in a close one.
All right. And you're going to go Patriots +3 versus the Raiders.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's one of the battle of the last placers too,
Yep.
Patriots are just trash, man. Belichick been on the top for so long. I think he needs to see what it's like down at the bottom. And I'm going Raiders, dude.
All right. Then we got the Detroit Lions -3.5 versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I think the Lions are the new America's team, man. I'm going with the Lions all day.
All right. Old Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
All
man. Right. That guy's legit.
Yeah. All right. We got the Cardinals +7 against the Rams.
I think the Rams, they're up and coming. They're getting back to it.
Cooper Kupp back in his groove.
Right. So, yeah.
All right. We got the Eagles -7 versus the Jets.
Man, you got to hand it to the Jets, man. Playing tough the way they've been playing. They coming out and letting it rip. And, that quarterback's taking some lumps, but he seems to be learning on the spot. But Eagles, man, it's Eagles and Niners in the NFC Championship. And I think either one of those teams is going to win the Super Bowl. So Eagles all day.
All right. Then we got our little Sunday night action. Maybe another blowout for the Giants. We got Giants +14 versus the Bills.
Yeah, I think Bills are going to crush them. Bills are going to get right in there.
All right. Then the Monday night action. Last game, we got Cowboys -2.5 versus the Chargers.
Wasn't a good day for a big boy last week, huh?
Not a good weekend.
Hey, are you at least an Astros fan, man, or what?
Baseball, I could give a shit less. But yeah, go Astros. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, go Astros. Man, this is a toss up, man. But I think the Cowboys took one to the nuts, man, and I think the Chargers are going to come out and they got a little head of steam, and that might be enough to either doing the Cowboys. It's a coin toss. If the Cowboys can win, then maybe they can save a little face and just scratch some wins out this season. But man, dude, like that Dak reminds me of Nebraska quarterbacks. 1 week they look good, and everyone's talking all this game about them, and the next day we find a new way to shit the bed, and like I don't even know, dude. Some days Dak doesn't even look like he knows how to play football. So maybe the Cowboys lose, and then the week after that they decide to go with what's his name,
Trey Lance.
Lance, yeah.
Trey Lance, is that his name?
If they do, they're giving up the season because that dude's trash.
I think so too, but can you play any worse than Dak?
I don't know. Yeah, you can put him in there. He can go for 6 interceptions.
That's the same thing as Nebraska, man. Like we got one guy who leads the nation in turnovers all time, and then another guy who's like he ain't never even played a down in college football, and we're like, hey, man, just you might win a raffle at halftime and get to go play the second half or some shit. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got Chargers or boys?
I'm gonna go Chargers, man. Although I bet Cowboys end up playing them tough, and you know, you never know. They might help old big boy out, but I'm gonna stick with the Chargers.